Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is Market Today, where we discuss everything about the latest stock market trends. With an expert, we also get you the expert views as to how to approach certain stocks and sectors which are buzzing in trade today. Joining in with me on this show, I have Nilesh Jain from Centrum Broking. Welcome, Nilesh, and thank you so much for taking the time out for this discussion today. The focus of our video is all about Suzlon Energy and the rights issue, which has now hit the street. It will be open up until 20th of October for the existing shareholders to apply for it. But for all those viewers who are still, confused about what exactly this rights issue is all about, how does one approach it, whether Suzlon's rights issue will be prudent decision for you to really apply for it or not, all of those things I will discuss with Nilesh. So let's start off with this classroom discussion. Nilesh, first up, the basics. What exactly is a rights issue? And, how does it really benefit shareholders?
Very good afternoon to you, Sakshi. See, first of all, we need to understand what exactly is the right issue. Right issue is something where a company comes out with the additional shares they want to, allocate or dilute. And in that case, they first give preference to the existing shareholders. It's not open for everyone. It's only the right is only given to the existing shareholder, and there is certain ratio for that. So let's say, for example, there is a XYZ company limited is already listed and they want to raise money. So instead of going up for FPO, they can go for right issue where they will give some certain amount of discount to their existing shareholder, where the existing shareholder will get an opportunity whether they want to opt for that right issue or they will have the right to ignore that right issue. And it is not like something like forceful activity. It's like purely optional thing for the existing shareholder. And the right issue is basically additional shares issued by the company to the existing shareholder at certain amount of discount.
Okay, now that we know what exactly is a rights issue, let's dive into Suzlon's 1,200 crore rupees rights issue that is open today. So, Nilesh, could you break it down for all our viewers as to what this 1,200 crores rights issue really entails? What are the other fine print that viewers and existing shareholders should know about it?
As you all know, that Suzlon has come out with the 1,200 crore right issue, and basically the face value is 2 rupees for that, and the premium is 3 rupees, and the total price is 5 rupees. If you look at the current market price, which is somewhere about 7.4, and if you look at in term of percentage, it is like 30%, roughly around 30% discount to the existing shareholder. They are getting their opportunity to buy the existing shares at a 30% discount.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the 1,200 crore, usually the company has huge amount of debt, and mostly the company might use this fund to reduce the debt or maybe for the working capital cycle that needs to be looked at into. But what has been seen gradually, we might see the price adjustment since they are giving it a 30% discount. So it might be possible that the stock might react negatively going forward.
Okay.
And if that happens, then there will be no gain for the long-term investor. And ultimately, we all know that the many investors where they have got stuck at way high level. Currently, stock is trading at a way lower level from the previous, the previous all-time high levels and so on. Now, since a long time, the stock had not performed and is one of the underperformer. And now at current level, I think if somebody is looking from a trading perspective at a discount of around 30%, one can definitely play this particular, price gap of 30%, but not expecting any major up move in this stock as of now. The company has a huge amount of debt that needs to be clear for any sort of revival in the organization. But as of now,
Right.
I think if somebody wants to go for a long-term perspective, it's better to avoid. And if at all you get any pullback in the underlying towards the levels of 10 to 12, one might think of exiting or taking out the profit from this particular counter.
Absolutely. You're right over there because the stock has been a big underperformer. It has been a wealth destroyer of sorts also in the past for all those investors who had invested in Suzlon at a much higher price. Not many know, but the stock was trading in two digits, three digits also at one point in time. It was considered a great stock because of also sound promoters right there backing up the Liv Sangvi kind of promoters as well. Tulsi Tanti, who just passed away, the company's promoter as well. So all of those things have happened, but with this rights issue, there is somehow hope that perhaps the company will be able to revive its fortunes for itself and be on the growth path. Do you believe this company's rights issue will help the company and the stock to regain on the upward territory? And what are the kind of targets that you're looking here?
I think it's very doubtful, and I have I don't see that with this right issue the company will be able to revive the overall the structure. And technically speaking, see, Suzlon has been one of the underperformer. And if you look at the overall structure, although recently we have seen some sort of a pullback in the early January 2022, where the stock touched the highs of 11, and post that again in last 8 to 10 months, the stock hasn't performed yet. And on the lower side, it has also tested the lows of 5 rupees as well. So looking at the overall broader structure, I don't see any major up move because of this right issue. This company has a lot of debt, as I mentioned, so
Yeah.
that they need a strong revival strategy to pay off that kind of debt. So purely, basically looking at the right issue, I don't think so. The stock will react extreme, on a positive side. There might be possibility of some sort of pullback towards 9 to 10 rupees. If at all we get that kind of pullback, that could be a good opportunity to exit. I would again say that it's a good opportunity to exit from this particular counter and shift to the better management, better focused growth opportunity. There are various companies which are listed and available at a discounted rate. So the position can be shifted to those stocks.
Okay, understood that. Also, what is the kind of likelihood that we may see as far as the debt is concerned? By how much will the company be able to reduce its debt with this rights issue and the funds based right there?
Frankly, Sakshi, that data we need to look at because I haven't read the exact purpose of this right issue, where they're going to use it. And if, as I mentioned, if they are using it for working capital, which seems more likely because company has a lot of debt, and it seems very difficult that company will repay this debt with this amount of money. I think that needs to be looked at into. I need to recheck that.
Okay. And what about the existing shareholders, all of those people who have held the shares? What would you advise them? Should they participate in this rights issue, and how will it really benefit the shareholders of Suzlon?
See, Sakshi, if you look at today's price action post the right issue announcement, and it has opened now, the stock is reacting negatively 5% down. And there are high possibility that going forward, we may see this correction to continue. And just imagine if the stock itself correct by around 20-25%. So there is no return left for the right issue investor. So pure play from a short-term gain perspective, to gain this advantage, one can invest, but the focus should be on a trading perspective, not from a long-term perspective. And as far as technicals are concerned, I would like to give some levels. Important level on the lower side is placed at 5 rupees. So if it stocks reaches the 5 rupees level, then there are possibility of a further lower side levels of 3 rupees to 2 rupees. But as of now, looking at the overall structure, I think yes, one can apply for the right issue from a very short term perspective. With all one gains, because see, basically in right issue you get a right to apply, and at the same time you will get the opportunity to exit from the stock. So there are no
Yeah.
restrictions wherein you have to stay for a longer term time frame. You can definitely exit at any point of time. So if you get a right issue at 5 rupees, and if you get the stock price near about 7-8 rupees, so there could be a good opportunity to exit and book profit. So the idea is basically to gain the short term advantage, not from long term perspective.
Okay. And what about new investors who don't have the shares right now? Is it at all advisable for them to enter at this point in time amidst the rights issue?
Stay away. I think it's a very straightforward answer for a new investor. Do not get trapped. And we have seen the value destruction. I'm not saying that stock will become zero from here, There is very, only 7 rupees. So people are getting trapped and getting attracted. We are getting Suzlon at 7 rupees, and what if the stock get double from here? See,
Yeah.
there's high probability for that. I'm not ruling out that kind of probability, but problem is that stock may consolidate, and we all know the fundamental of the company. Technically, the stock looks weak. So, looking at the parameters, I think it is better to avoid taking any contra bet in Suzlon as of now. And if somebody wants to play as a trading bet, I think one should wait for right issue to get over. There are possibility that stock might slip slightly further lower side. And if you get near about 6 rupees or 5.5 rupees, probably those levels are the good levels for taking a trading bet and a contra bet with a stop loss below 5 rupees. And on the higher side, if at all you get 9 to 10 rupees kind of levels, that's a good level to exit from the stocks.
Okay, well, understood that and noted all of those points. I hope that all the viewers looking to, grab this opportunity clearly have an idea of what exactly you're getting into. The existing shareholders can apply for it, but definitely use it as an opportunity to exit at the higher levels. But fresh investors, you must definitely stay away, as Nilesh has pointed out. Thank you so much, Nilesh, for being with us on the show and giving us that clarity about Suzlon's rights issue and how should investors really view this opportunity.
Thank you, Sakshi.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.